Hi everyone. My name is Roxy, and thank you for joining us today. Hope you all are doing great, and I really hope by the end of the webinar you will get a better idea of our product and how to work with it. Today, I want to show the setup process of iSpring Learn from A to Z. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the chat box. I would like to start the webinar with a couple of words about iSpring. We've been doing e-learning since 2001, and we have almost 50,000 clients all over the world and more than 150 employees at iSpring working for you. Um, just a second. All right. Like I said, we have a lot of clients, and among them are several world-famous brands that trust iSpring, like PricewaterhouseCoopers, Audit, um, Johnson and Johnson, Google, Sony, and so on. iSpring is recognized by world-renowned industry experts as customer experience, user experience, and others. And what we offer you is to take PowerPoint, use iSpring Suite for creating content, and then upload it right to iSpring Learn LMS. And the last step is deliver. You can always do onboarding training, sales training, or even customer training to measure the results. Now I want to start with the essential steps without which an LMS project is impossible. I would like to emphasize that these steps that I will show you work not only for iSpring Learn LMS, but for any LMS that you will eventually choose. Please no worries, we will share this presentation with you after the webinar. So the first step will be create an LMS implementation plan. So when you decide to get the full solution, the authoring tool, an LMS, or just an LMS, you should create an LMS implementation plan and answer the questions such as what do you want to achieve, who is your team, do you have any deadlines for this project? Do you have any budget allocated for this project? And then after you set up the implementation plan, you can choose your vendor. These steps can help you find the best vendor who is well known, reliable, and provide you with the solution that meets your needs. And you can answer the questions such as does the solution fit your needs? What are your training goals? And it actually doesn't matter. Doesn't make sense to go with the solution if it won't meet your needs in the future. All software companies provide you with an account executive who will walk you through their solution to see if it fits your needs. The next step is to build your team. At this stage, you need to find the key people for your project, such as project sponsor, team lead, L&D, HR manager, trainers, IT team, and etc. The next step is pilot launch. When you created 3 steps of your implementation plan, this is the right time to make a pilot launch. Here you can see how effective your course or your training is in this LMS system. Plus, you will be able to get the feedback from your team. If you see that the solution fits your needs and answers the following questions that you can see on the screen, so you can go to the last step, and which is the that you chose the right solution. You can answer these questions and see if your project is ready to be up and running. So now we are ready to go to our successful e-learning journey. And this presentation can be used as a course which is created in the iSpring Suite authoring tool. And if you would like to find out more information about iSpring Suite, you are more than welcome to watch a recording of our detailed iSpring Suite webinar. And please let us know in the chat box, and we will share this link with you. After you create a course, you can easily publish it right to iSpring Learn LMS. And I'm clicking on Publish right here. and choosing iSpring Learn tab, entering your account details and click on Publish. So let's choose the iSpring Learn LMS itself. All right. So here how the dashboard looks, and this will be your main tool if you are the LMS admin. This is also the place where your e-learning expert may have access. Here we have a summary of the most relevant information, such as the number of courses, the number of users, the number of groups, and logins per period. The LMS starts with content. You can add content through iSpring Suite, or you can easily add content by clicking Add Course button right here, and click on File and choosing the files that you want to add. Also, here you can see the supported types of files like SCORM format, video, audio formats, files, and documents. SCORM format allows you to see the progress of your learner. You can also add the name of the file, its description, tags, and the limit that we have here is 2 gigabytes per file. Okay, as you can see, it's very easy to maintain the structure of the repository, and you can add a new folder right here, and you can easily put some files there. There are other 2 ways to add content to your account, and one of them is to add a reference link if you want to redirect your learner to a website. Another one is an assignment. You can create an assignment. You can create an assignment by entering a title, its description, and the passing score right here. Then you can add 1 or more files. Let me quickly add a file. Click on Save. And you need to assign this assignment to a user or to the whole group, like here. So you can choose all of them or just one of them. Let me grant access to all users in this organization and click on Save. So in the user portal, let me quickly show how the user will see this assignment. So in the user portal, you can see how the user will be able to download the files right here. Download the files. This user will complete them and upload them back here. And click on Post. Okay, so going back to the administrator portal, and in the dashboard in Ready for Evaluation box, the administrator can see the user's attempts to this assignment, and you can definitely just click on Evaluate the answer, and you will see the exact answer of this user. After you add all your content, you don't need to assign everything one to learning paths right here. A learning path allows you to create a step-by-step training process. You can easily create a separate learning path for different groups or departments. It can be a 2-week training program or a 6-month intensive course. You can also use it for a quick employee onboarding course. After your learners complete the whole learning path, you will know that they got the material. Each learning path can have different chapters, which you can see on the Outline tab right here. And you will be the one who manages this. And in every chapter, you need to add different content. So right here, I will choose this presentation and add course and add this content to the course. So as you can see, we already have two pieces already added to this chapter. It's also possible to play around with the settings, and you can set up learning path progress, like duration, learning path completion, the numbering of chapters, certificate, e-commerce, so you can enable it, and add this learning path to the catalog. With the settings, your training process can be completely organized. You can also notify admins when a user completes the learning path. You can also run two different reports on the learning path summary or learning path details, like for one organization or for a group and a user. On the comments tab, you can see the comments on your course, on your learning path. And on the users tab, all users who are assigned to this course, to this learning path. iSpring has a special people section, and it allows you to add new users to the system by sending invitations right away by clicking just add new users button. In here, you can enter emails separated with commas. And you can also add learners. You can just import them from a file. There you can use an Excel template, and it already has all the information needed for the training, and this will allow you to add an unlimited number of users at once. You can also use REST and SOAP API methods so that you will be able to integrate your iSpring Learn account with your internal HR database, or you can set up single sign-on to make sure that that people logged into your portal will also be logged in the LMS account immediately. In both methods are set up by your IT team, and iSpring provides them with the help docs on that. Plus, you can set up self-registration for users, and once they have an invitation link, they will be able to fill in their information. I will explain how that works a bit later. Each learner can have different roles. A learner can be a user, a publisher who is allowed to publish content to the account, or you can make them an administrator of the account or an administrator of an organization. Group membership is managed on a separate tab. Each learner can be a part of one organization and as many groups as you want. And this lets you assign a course to a whole group of people at once. In the user profile, you can also see the courses that are assigned to this user and what achievements they have. This way, you will see a very detailed picture of each user. So you will see the users' certificates. All right. Plus, you will be able to create a leaderboard. So you can select an organization or a group to create a leaderboard. And you are also welcome to get full leaderboard. So this way you will see users' place among all organizations and all groups. So right here. So this is how it looks. iSpring Learn has a really great tracking feature. You can run reports on your learners' various activities and see their results in detail. Plus, if you use iSpring Suite as your authoring tool, you get even more details and very detailed statistics. Here you can choose the most relevant report depending on the scope of information you need. For example, let's run a performance summary report. I will select all content, all organizations, all groups, all time, and run report. This report allows you to track how users are progressing and so you can get a comprehensive understanding of how they are doing. So in the performance summary report, you will see the date, content title, user, organization, group, passing score, the status, how many slides were viewed, and how much time spent on this or that course. We also have events functionality. It allows you to schedule in-person training to set up webinars for a blended e-learning experience. The functionality is very easy. You can add a training content right here. You need to add event name, location, number of participants, and click on Save. In the Participants tab, you need to invite users. So here I would like to invite the first group. And you can also edit the invitation message and send invitations. This way, all your people who are registered in the LMS will be informed about the upcoming meeting. After that, in the calendar, you will be able to create the meeting and see previous webinars and trainings. With the calendar, you will always be able to keep your learners on track because after you invite them to the training session, there are also reminders available for upcoming events. And when you have a scheduled event, it will be really easy to make sure that all your learners know about it. Now let's go to the settings tab. Here you can set up your account to meet your needs. And you can set account name, account URL. And if you want to use your own URL, like not iSpringlearn.com, it's really easy to do that with our tech support team. You can always customize branding, like changing color, logo, and favicon. Also, in the additional option, you can customize the user portal right here. You can enable it and click on Save. You can also set up self-registration option. Just click on Enable self-registration, confirm email address, or you can also enable domain limitations for new accounts. If you want to sell courses, it's really easy to link PayPal or AuthorizeNet to your account. In the catalog, we can you can offer your employees a selection of optional content. For example, you can create different folders. And the users will see it as a separate catalog tab right here. So this is how catalog tab looks from the user perspective. Also, you can set up gamification features. Here you can set the number of points to award users. You can also set the rules for the badges and grant your learners special awards. Of course, you can upload your own badge icon right here. There are extra options available in iSpring Learn LMS. You can always change the certificate template for your learners and after they complete a course. So I want to show you the pre-installed certificate. This is how it looks. Of course, you're welcome to upload your own certificate. You can also, you can also reset the statistics for a person or for a particular item. You can always change the language of your account, and it can also be applied to a whole organization. And now we already have German, French, Spanish, and Portuguese languages for your iSpring Learn account as separate files that need to be uploaded. And in the earliest release, we will make them available out of the box. However, you are more than welcome to start using them right now by sending us a request, and we will share these files with you. Also, there is a notification option, and it allows you to set up alerts for users and for admins. Okay, so now I think that we are ready to go to the user portal. And right here, I'm clicking on user portal. Okay, so right here, we can see the your tasks tab. And I, as a learner, see all the courses that I have to take. All the completed courses can be reviewed in the completed tab right here. And here learners can take a look at their completion history, see the courses, results, etc. The events tab is for learners to synchronize their schedules and calendars. Achievements show all the gamified stuff earned by the learners, like certificates, points, pages, and of course the leaderboard. And messages. This allows learners to communicate with experts who are assigned in this LMS account. And the main idea of this feature is that your learner can ask any questions right within the LMS system. So, as you can see, it took us about 30 minutes to go over all the functionalities and capabilities. And the main idea of iSpring is to make the software user-friendly and easy to use. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the chat box. And the last feature that I want to tell you about is billing. So let me go back to the administrator portal, settings tab, billing tab. Okay, so this is the only thing that separates the account owner role from the admin role. Only the account owner has access to this billing page. And here you can see and control the way iSpring Learn charges you for each user. And we charge by active users only, which means that you can have a certain number of people who log into the billing period is 1 month. So here you can see that 2 people out of 250 has logged into the LMS account, and so we have room for 248 more active people in our account. After a month, your account will be reset, and you will be able to bring back the same group of people or cycle in a new one. As you can see, our plans increase by 50 right here, and we have a 50 user plan, 100, 150, and so on. So here you can see the pricing for the LMS, and if you go with an annual subscription, we will be able to provide you with 2 months for free. And if you have any pricing questions, you can ask me right now, or contact your iSpring salesperson, and we are always happy to assist you. I hope that this webinar was helpful, and now I'm ready to take some Q&A.
Thank you very much, Roxy.
Thank you.
I think that our attendees did find this webinar useful. And yes, we do have some questions, but before we move on to them, I would like to mention for those people who joined a little bit later that this webinar has been recorded, so you guys will receive a link to replay as soon as it's ready. And also, I would like to invite you to our next webinar, which will be held on January 31st. We are getting ready, still thinking about our plans for 2019, and that's why we're having a webinar about e-learning trends of 2019 from our partner. It's called ComLab India, and I'm going to be sharing the link to this webinar in the chat section. And right after that, we are going to move on to the questions, and we do have a lot of them, so thank you very much for being so active. All right, so let's start with a question from Nancy about admin roles. Is it possible to have multiple admins that can only see the courses for a particular group or client? That is, don't want a client admin to see anything from another client. Are you guys there? Hello.
Hey, would you like me to jump in?
Yes, Paul, thank you.
Okay. So for the first question, first thing I can say is that the organization structure, it's kind of like in the making right now, and we are expecting to release a huge update that will let you make this branched kind of structure that can extend to how many levels you want it to be. And with that, there will also be the possibility to have flexible roles in the accounts. So right now, what you can do is have a user in a certain group, like for one of your clients, and that user will have a permission to see reports on the content that is assigned to the users in that group. So that person will be able to see all content assigned to the group and also see how well they perform people from that group. So that's kind of like a solution to that.
I hope that answers your question, Nancy. And Sue is asking, how do you unassign a course? For example, if someone changes job position and no longer required for previous group.
Okay. If the course was assigned to the group that the person was in, then you can just take this person and move it into a different group. Then the course will disappear from their assignments, but the statistics will still be there for you to look at them at any moment in the future. But if this module was assigned to the person, then you need to go to that module settings, and there's a tab that's called permissions. This is where you can unselect certain users and groups for them to not be assigned to this module anymore. So that's what you do. You just unassign that module through permissions, and this person will not see it anymore again.
Thank you very much. The next question I would like to address to Roxy from Asmita. Are there any student offers, meaning educational discounts for iSpring Learn?
Oh yes, sure. We will be happy to provide you with the educational discount. But I wanna ask you just to send us a request at sales@iSpringSolutions.com, and we'll be happy to get in touch with you regarding this and provide you with the account with the academic price.
Mm-hmm. Or you can also submit your email address and phone number so that Roxy could get in touch with you after the webinar. I think that would work too, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and there's another question from Dennis. What is the option for more than 250 active users? We have 10,000 employees worldwide. What would you say in this case, Roxy?
The first question: do you think that how many actually users will log into the system each month? So, do you have any exact number or approximate, like 2,000? I'm sorry, 250 or more, so that I will be able to provide you with the exact price.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So Dennis, yeah,
And
he says
yes, and
we have.
yes, and I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say we have over 5,000 that log in each month, so that people can hear it.
Okay. Yes, for we do have this plan, a 5,000 user plan, and as of now, I'm not really sure about the price, but I will be happy to provide you with the price later after the webinar. And please just give me your email address or phone number so that I will be happy to talk with you about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so while we still are talking about pricing, let's dive into more questions regarding pricing while Paul is taking care about all the tech stuff. So Gregory says, I have about 200 employees, only about 5 a month might log in. Can I load up all 200 but only get charged for the 5 that log in or the minimum charge? How would that work, Roxy?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that question?
Yes, I see. So, do I understand you correctly that 5 people will log into the system each month, right? Yeah, I think so. If so, this way, so basically, our minimum and our standard plan is a 50 user plan, and if this plan can work for you, and if you know that probably you might have more people logged into the system, or if you're planning to increase your account, like to from 5 users to, let's say, 20 or 30 users, or maybe 50. So this way, I think that a 50 user plan can work for you. But in more details, yes, I would like to talk about this like personally with you.
Yeah. So the next is from Dr. Rose. Once we have paid the licensing fee, is it now to start monthly payments or once you have registered users? So when do you?
Yes, so your billing period starts from your payment date. So if you go with the subscription with the iSpring Learn LMS today, so for a month, let's say, so next time, February 24th, you need to make next payment to renew your account.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question. And Ron is asking, how do you define an active user? A person who logged in once, a person who completed a course, etc.
Active user, this is a person who logs into the system each month, not the person who completes the course. Well, there are 2 ways that you can but keep people in your account. So there are inactive users and there are active users. So you can add as many users as you want to your account. Let's say 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 people. But you can make active. If you have a 100 user plan, you can make active. You can make active users 100 100 people. You can choose from the list of your from the list of the people who are in your account. You can choose 100 people who will take these courses, who will take part in your training, like for some time. So I think that clarifies this question, and yeah.
Yeah, if you guys need more details on that, please send us your email addresses or phone numbers so that we can get back to you after the webinar to give any types of clarification on your questions. And let's jump to the next question from Sita. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Hi, if we complete a month with only 48 active users when we have 50 active user plan, what happens?
Nothing actually happens. So if you go with with a 50 user plan, that means that 50 people will be able to log into the system each month. So just log into the system. If you will have 51 people, this extra one person won't be able to log in there. So that's how it works.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, the next question is what is the highest possible number of active user per month? I mean, what is your highest number active user offer? Can you name it, Roxy? Or
yes, if I'm not mistaken, it's 300,000 people. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you very much. And the next question is there from Daniel. Is there a different pricing structure for government employers?
Yes, yes, we do. We do have a government pricing. So if you need more details, just please let us know.
And then Dennis says that the audio dropped out, so he didn't hear the answer. And he was saying that he has over 5,000 that log in each month, 5,000 users. I think, Dennis, it's better to schedule a personal chat or call with Roxy. This way she'll be able to answer all questions that you have right away. And Carolina is asking, how many users can use an iSpring license? Roxy, can you please tell?
If we speak about iSpring Learn LMS, so that means that it depends on what plan you go with. So like I already said, if you go with a 50 user plan, so that means that 50 people can log into the system each month.
And Doug is asking, can the pricing plan be adjusted, switched during the year based on usage?
Oh yes, sure. So you are always welcome to start with the minimum plan, a 50 user plan, and then upgrade your account anytime you want. Our plan is very flexible, and we will find a solution, a pricing solution, anytime, any way. So yeah, this is not a problem. This is possible.
So in this case, I have a question. If, for example, I had a plan for 250 users, but then I realized that only 100 logs in each month, can I go back? Can I drop the number of users for each month?
Well, if you want, you can downgrade your account, but you cannot drop this difference between between the plan and between the
Yes.
people logged into the LMS system.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. So, Natalie is asking, what? And the question is quite similar to mine. What if there are months you don't use it at all? Do you still have to pay per month?
So yes. Well, this is basically like we don't count and we don't we don't count you per user, but as I already said that you go with the plan. So let's say 100 user plan. So that means that 100 people can log into the system each month. They have access to log into the system. But if you will have not 100 not 100 users who logged into the system per month. Let's say during January, there is only like 36, let's say. So that means that yes, you cannot drop this amount, the difference between these the people registered in the LMS system.
Paul is saying you can freeze your account for a few months and then restore it when the time comes. Is that actually possible?
Yes, that's possible. That's possible.
So that can be a solution too. And Sasha is asking, who would qualify for the educational pricing?
I'm not sure that I quite understand the question.
So to whom would you give the educational discount? Who should the be a teacher or student, or how does that work?
Yes, teachers and students. Yeah. They just need to send us an ID, like a proof that they work for education in education field, like their email address. So yeah, and we'll be happy to provide you with this pricing.
And also, Natalie is asking, do you have special pricing for nonprofits as well?
Oh yes, I didn't mention that. Yes, we do. We do.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so there is a question from James, but I think we've already covered something that's quite similar. If you have 200 users and only 50 are active, can you load all 200 and only pay for this basic 50 plan? So I guess 200 inactive, 50 active users, right?
So that it depends. So if we speak about a monthly payment or annual payment, well, it doesn't matter actually. So you can if you know that you won't have 200 users like during next month or just never, so you can go and just downgrade your account next month. So after your billing period will reset. So after your account, after a month, your account will be reset. So then you can downgrade your account this way.
But I think you can have as many inactive users in your system as you want, right?
Yes.
However, if only 50 of them log in each month, you will need a plan that covers 50 users.
Yes. But if you need, if you let's say that you will have, if you have a 200 user plan and and you know that for this to that month there will be just 50 users, that then this way you don't need to make these users extra users.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, they will be able to log in to the account.
Yeah, so I hope that answers your question, James. Okay, so um, Sita is asking, with the video, will you also send the questions and answers as well? If you guys want, I can definitely prepare a file for you. Yeah, I think that should be no problem. And let's cover another question from James, and then I think we can wrap up. Do you have an LRS? What are your X API capabilities? And maybe Paul could help us with this one. Paul Bender.
I'm sorry, Pauline. I had to turn my mic on. Sorry, my bad.
Yep.
Yeah, James, thank you for your question. So we don't support XAPI, but we have our own proprietary formats for e-learning content. This is what you develop with iSpring Suites when it's uploaded. It's kind of like a mix between XAPI and SCORM. Also, we do support SCORM 1.2 in 2004. So no support for XAPI, but SCORM and iSpring Suites courses are supported.
Yeah, thank you very much. And Roxy, can you cover this, or maybe Paul can help too? From Natalie, what are the business hours for customer service? I guess Paul knows better.
Is it support or sales? Because sales do end their workday 3 hours earlier than support. But support is there till 6 on the eastern coast, on the east coast, and I think that'll be 4 on the west coast, right? 4 p.m. And we start pretty much from the early morning, like can I just go to the website and check the exact time?
Yes.
Cool.
And while you're doing this, Asmita is asking, do you have workshops for those who are new to this? Yes, we have tons of workshops and different webinars that you guys can go and check out right away. I am happy to share the link to our webinar section on the website. And there you will find all our upcoming webinars that you can definitely sign up for. And also all our previous webinar sessions that you're also welcome to check out. And we do have different online workshops on iSpring authoring tool capability, and also on iSpring learn capabilities and how you can set it up. So yes, this is the go-to place for anybody interested in some sort of a tutorial help, I would say. All right, so I see Paul is saying 3 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, US, I guess, but I think it's the same for Montreal, Canada, Natalie. I think you're in the same time zone. All right, so, okay, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much for being so active. It's been a wonderful session, as always. Thanks, Roxy, for